Hello guys, it's Paul from dronesgear.com, and some of you asked me about the Micro Drone 4.0, which is basically a crowdfunded campaign on Indiegogo. First of all, this isn't a sponsored video or anything, so I don't really give a fuck if it sells or not. I will be very sincere with you. On Indiegogo, it sells for $160 and they seem to be starting production this year. Its price after the release will be $200, which is not a lot depending on what it can do. This drone wants to be a much cheaper competitor for DJI Spark, basically an intermediate level drone that has some of the more necessary functions and compromises on what would be relevant. At a first glance, the drone has brushed motors, which are cheaper and less powerful than brushless ones like the Spark has. However, they'll be much cheaper to change if they will offer that solution. The propellers seem to be foldable, which makes it quite a small drone. It's going to be controlled with just the phone, so the range will be limited at about 50 to 100 meters. They will offer an optional transmitter, which is nice, but if we add that to the price of $200 after the release, it's already started to get kind of expensive. A really nice thing about this drone compared to others in this price range is that they have a 2-axis stabilized gimbal, offering a much better stabilized video compared to the others. The camera is also 1080p and it's not that bad, although you can see the colors are a bit faded and the dynamic range is not always that great in the difference between shadow and light. However, I must admit for this price range there isn't any other gimbal stabilized drone from what I know. The Micro Drone 4.0 also has an optical flow camera underneath, just like the Tello for example, so you'll be able to fly it pretty steady even without GPS. However, there are other really good drones under the price of $200 that have very competitive advantages like brushless motors, longer range and GPS. You can click the link here in the corner or down in the description to check my article with my top drones under $200. One of my favorites on that list is the JJ Pro X5 Epic that comes with a tiltable 1080p camera, powerful brushless motors and very good GPS. And it can also go for hundreds of meters before losing signal. Its disadvantage is that it still doesn't have a stabilized camera and is of course considerably bigger in size. They seem to also have added intelligent tracking in the software, and that might actually be useful for some fight modes like circle around and follow subject, especially since the footage is going to be stabilized and pretty smooth. So let me tell you what this Micro Drone 4.0 is in my opinion. A middle ground between the Tello and the DJI Spark. It does support microSD cards, so you won't get that annoying image cut out from the Tello. It also has a more stable image compared to the Tello thanks to the gimbal. The flight time is advertised at 12 minutes, although it probably is somewhere at about 10 minutes, which is actually still pretty good. It's definitely not yet the Spark that we dreamed we could get for cheaper. Currently on Indiegogo they still have pretty good prices. For example, the original drone will cost you $160 right now, which is a pretty good price for what this drone can do. If you don't care that much about size though and are interested in other features like range, GPS and that sort, go down in the description or in the first comment and pick a link with my articles sorted by price, from under $50 up to $1,000. Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon. Also check the description for all sorts of useful links. See ya later, alligator!